into the ring to decide who is the kingpin at 168 pounds. It'll be 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA, WBC, and Ring Magazine Super Middleweight Championship of the World. And now let's go ahead and meet the fighters, and let's bring them to the stage so they can step on the scale and face each other. Introducing first the challenger, making his way to the stage. He's the defending champion. He's with his head trainer, Joe Gallagher. His professional record, 27 victories, no defeats. He has 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Liverpool, England, he represents a fine family fighting tradition as he is the youngest of the 4 fighting Smith brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the winner of the World Boxing Super Series, the Muhammad Ali Trophy, and the reigning, defending, undefeated Ring Magazine and WBA Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Callum Mundo Smith. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. Tomorrow night, he is the challenger. He's with his head trainer, Eddie Reynoso. His professional record, 53 victories, 1 defeat. He has 2 draws and 36 wins coming by way of knockout. Recognized the world over as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the planet, he is the 4-division world champion. Damas y caballeros, aquí está el gran campeón de boxeo mexicano, famoso en todo el mundo, presentando el hijo de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, Saul Canelo Alvarez. And now headed to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the defending champion, Callum Mundo Smith. 168 pounds, 168 even. The super middleweight limit, 168 libras for Callum Smith. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the scale, the 4-division world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez. 168 pounds also, igual, 168 también, 168 libras for Saul Canelo Alvarez. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, challenger and champion, Canelo versus Smith. 12 rounds of boxing for the Super Middleweight Championship of the World.
We're going to be joined momentarily by Saul Canelo Alvarez, the man many believe to be the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Canelo, your slogan is no boxing, no life. For the last 13 months, boxing has been taken away from you. What has that experience been like?
No, la verdad es que ha sido lo más difícil. Sé que ha sido muy difícil. Ha sido un año muy difícil para toda la gente, obviamente, ¿no? Para todos por lo que ha pasado, pero pues creo que lo más difícil para mí pues ha sido eso, ¿no? Estar fuera del cuadrilátero tanto tiempo, pero pues hay que adaptarnos a la situación y así es, y así tiene que ser, así que lo más importante es que aquí estamos ya a un día de la pelea y estamos muy contentos.
It's been very difficult. It's been very difficult for everybody. It's been a very difficult year for everybody, and we must adapt. Very difficult for me to not be on the ring. And we are here now, and it's just a day away, so this is a very good thing.
You are the money man in all of boxing. Everyone from 154 pounds to 175 pounds wants to fight you. Why 168 pounds, and why Callum Smith?
No, la verdad, primero pues obviamente Callum Smith porque es el número 1 en esa división. Eddie y yo tenemos la meta a corto plazo de ganar todos los títulos en las 168 libras y pues qué mejor que Callum Smith, ¿no? Que es el mejor en esa división y pues por eso, ¿no? Y pues me siento muy bien en este peso, en este momento y vamos a hacer campaña si Dios quiere el próximo año.
Well, because he is number 1 in this division in the 168 pounds, and Eddie and I want to unify all the titles at the 168 pounds, and he's the best here. Callum Smith is really good at what he does here, and this is why we're here fighting this fight.
You are no stranger to fighting taller fighters, and recently you fought guys over 6 feet, like a Rocky Fielding, like a Sergey Kovalev. But watching you two on the stage just now, he's probably the biggest and strongest fighter of your professional career. What's the key to winning a fight like this?
Sí, no, la verdad que es un peleador totalmente diferente a todos los que he peleado. Es un gran peleador, un peleador pues alto, ya lo dijiste. Pero pues sé, ¿no? Las capacidades que tiene y sé las capacidades que tengo también. Sé que mi experiencia, mis capacidades boxísticas pueden con eso y más. Y sé que va a ser una gran pelea. Sé las habilidades que tiene, pero estamos listos para este gran reto.
I know he's a tall fighter. I know he's a strong fighter. He's a very good fighter. He has very good qualities. I, too, have very good qualities. And I know it's going to be a great fight, a difficult fight, but a very good fight that we're going to put on.
You smiled a little bit when I pointed out his size. You obviously don't think size in this fight is going to matter all that much.
No, la verdad que pues ya con la experiencia que tengo, para mí no significa nada la estatura. Si es más alto, si es más bajo que yo, para mí no significa mucho.
Well, with the experience that I have, reality is that if they're taller, shorter, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean much to me due to my experience.
A lot of experience, more coming on Saturday. Canelo, appreciate your time.
No, gracias a ti.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring in Callum Smith, the 168-pound champion. His WBA title is going to be on the line on Saturday, and the WBC belt. Callum, you've been chasing that WBC belt for a while as well. Before we get to Canelo, how does it feel to be in position to unify the 168-pound division?
Yeah, it feels great. I've been saying all week, these are the fights I want to be involved in, and want to become world champion, set myself new goals, and it was always to unify the division. I've been asking for the unification fight since becoming a world champion, and now finally got one. It's ticked both boxes. It's a fight against a superstar name, and it's a fight and a chance to unify the division, which is something I've always wanted. You heard
Canelo just say he doesn't believe that size is going to matter in this fight. How do you make size matter?
Yeah, I've got to just use size. Doesn't really matter if you haven't got the skills and not the ability to use it. I've got to fight to my strengths. Together with my team, we've got good tactics. I know the fight's not going to be at my distance for the full 12 rounds, but I've got to be able to fight whatever way the fight comes. I'm prepared for. Canelo's shown he can fight going forwards, going backwards. I've shown I can do that myself. So it's an exciting one. It's two really good fighters going up against each other, and it excites me. I'm sure it excites the fans, and I'm looking forward to getting in there.
I asked Eddie Hearn this, so I'll ask you. We've seen fighters, because of Canelo's speed, his body attack, they don't take a lot of chances sometimes in the ring against him. Do you have to do that in a fight like this in order to win?
Yeah, I've just got to do what I do. I've got to dominate. I've got to try and be the better fighter in there, which I believe I am. I'm a world champion. I've got to go in and treat him like the 27 previous opponents. Go in and the best version of me beats him. I can't worry too much about what he's good at and what he does. Obviously, we're aware of what he's good at, and we've worked on trying to stop him getting his strengths off. But first and foremost, it's to make sure the best version of me is on the night, and let him deal with me. Let him worry about my star. My star is my ability, and I'm sure we're in for a great fight.
There's a lot of reasons for you to be excited about a fight like this, but maybe among them, your brother Liam lost to Canelo several years ago. He is here in San Antonio for this fight. How useful has he been in preparations for a fight like this, and does it give you any extra juice to fight a guy that beat your brother?
Yeah, a little bit, but he's been great in this camp. Obviously, you can watch every single one of Canelo's fights, and it'll be a little bit different when you get in there. I'm expecting that but he's been there and done. He's been there, shared the ring with him. So little things you see up close that he tries to set you up for, and little bits that he feels that I'll be able to capitalise on. He's been a great asset in this camp, which he has for every camp, but this camp a little bit more. So he's been a good person to pick his brains of someone who's actually been there and done it.
You'll be in there and done it tomorrow night. Saturday, huge event. Good luck on Saturday, Callum.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Callum Smith and Canelo Alvarez is part of a massive weekend here on DAZN. Beginning on Friday, Gennady Golovkin, he will defend his version of the middleweight